Well, while my five cats are eating their breakfast, I wanted to show you this. I'll see if I can take you along on this little adventure. What you're looking at is an upside down, antique, very damaged office chair. My dad was working on this. I think that's the chair he used at his desk for a lot of the time. And it broke so badly that he finally decided he'd have to try to repair it. And he had been working on it, I think. I can't remember exactly how it came to me, but little by little I've been putting it back together. And I know it looks odd, and to anybody that is into antique restoration, they'd be horrified at what I did. But I'm just trying to make it work. The seat was broken in at least two places, three maybe, and I had to glue it. Maybe you can see that. I mean, that was one step. I had to glue this piece back on, and I did that about a week ago. Oh, what else? The screws were all loose, and a couple were missing. But I had screws here that I could use. No, I used the same screws over. What I did was I got them out, and then I put a little piece of a toothpick, just the end of a toothpick, down in the hole, and then put the screw back in, and that tightened them right up. In some cases, I might have even put some glue on top of it to see if it would keep it down. Now, the legs. These screws were loose. Those screws were loose. I got them out and I did the same trick. I put pieces of toothpick, or maybe not whole toothpicks, down in and then screwed them back in. The legs are cracked in some places, but I'll get to that later. Now, this business. I wanted to use the old ones that were there were four of them. They kept falling out of their sockets. One was completely froze up, which I couldn't really loosen. The old small ones, steel, with a peg on the bottom that went down in there. And one of them had the guts of it completely worn out. So I looked around and I had these, but in order to get them, I made wooden blocks. I don't know if you can see this. I made little wooden blocks out of pine, softwood, I knew that. And I got the screws and I screwed them in, so I had that. But then how to fasten them on here? I couldn't get the steel sockets out without really damaging stuff. So what I did was I put pieces of, what do you call that, craft sticks, like at popsicles. I cut them and put them in two places on either side of the socket, so I'd have a level spot. And then I perched these, just balanced them. I couldn't clamp them really. I just balanced them last night and glued them to get an initial setting so it would stay where it is. Now today what I'm going to do, or my plan, is to turn this now 90 degrees and begin gluing in from the side to continue to make this strong enough to actually stay there in place. Now why it chatters, I'm not sure. I've got an idea of what I can do about that, but what I think I'm going to, at this point, what I think I'm going to do is either just leave it alone or maybe take wax paper and put it around it, and then turn the thing down over the wax paper, so at least it'll all be lubricated. This is freed up. This was never frozen, that spring that goes back and forth. And when I've finally, when I've got everything else done, I've got these to deal with. 1, 2, 3, 4 that need to be glued. And what I'll have to do, I think, is shorten them a little bit. That's going to be a tricky gluing business too, but that'll be nothing compared to what I've been through. So I'm going to take you along on this. I'll let you know how it goes.